Hello friends, Namaskar. This is Manoj Joshi and we have started a new program. It's called WellnessByAllMeans Live Forum where we talk about common things, what people are asking about these days, and we have a forum where people post questions and I take one question on a day and talk about that. So today's topic that we are going to engage all of us is to explore the possibility of how we can be practicing mindfulness on a daily basis. What is the daily mindfulness concept that people can practice at home or anywhere that you are? Before we talk about the topic, let's take a couple of mindful breaths. Very slowly breathe in and breathe out. Most of the time when you are a little bit more anxious about things, a lot of things happens in your mind, a lot of stress coming up in your life, breath can be a very friendly tool. So one of the simple technique of breath, different variations of there, we can also practice a little bit cooling down breath. So that will help us to relax our mind. So let's try to engage into a relaxing mind by doing this simple breath technique. So what you do is keep your palms in a Namaskar mudra. Just like both the palms together, whenever you bring your palms together and when you touch upon all the fingertips together in a gentle way, not in a very hard way, in a gentle way, and then keep a gap between the two palms, just a little gap so that you can blow into it. And then you have to take a long and deep breath, your chest should expand, your shoulders should rise up, and you breathe out through your mouth in a very slow way, as if you are trying to feel or capture the coolness of your breath through your hands. So you have to feel that coolness as you breathe out. And that will take all the tension out of your mind within 1 minute, and you'll feel really good. So let's practice 3 rounds of this cooling breath. So keep your palms in a very relaxed Namaskar mudra, maybe just in front of your face, and keep a little gap between the fingers and palms. So take a nice breath, breathe in slowly and deeply, and then blow out through your mouth very slowly and feel the coolness in your palm. Let's do 2 more times. So very slowly breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth into your palms, experiencing that coolness of your breath. Let's do 1 more time. Inhale through the nose. Fill up your lungs with complete air, like your shoulders should rise up, chest should expand. Breathe in slowly. And then blow it out to your mouth very slowly. Nice. You should feel relaxed. Anytime you have got stress, worries, anxieties filling up your mind, immediately take an action. Right away, do this cooling breath and you'll feel a lot of calmness. Now that we've cooled down and calmed down our mind, let's explore the topic of today, daily mindfulness. So first of all, we would like to explore what is mindfulness. So if you look at the mindfulness, the basic definition, the mindfulness talks about 5 different things. 1, it talks about how to be present in the moment. You have to be in the moment, not in the past, not in the future. 2nd, you have to be non-judgmental. Most of the time, our mind is constantly comparing things and trying to be more opinionated. The 3rd, you have to be paying attention to everything, whatever is happening around you. Like you have to be present in a non-judgmental way, and then paying attention to everything. And then 4th trait of mindfulness is you have to be accepting whatever it is, whatever a person is, you have to accept that person or that thing or that situation just like that. So accepting attitude. And last one is about curiosity, because unless you are curious about things why they are, you won't be getting an interest in that moment and you won't get the secret what is happening around. Our mind is curious, but most of the time, because we dwell in the past or in the future, we don't enjoy the present moment and try to become curious of why things are happening. So the nature or the universe, if you appreciate, has done so much of things to present a particular situation before us. Isn't it? Like so many things are happening, millions of things are happening to make that particular incident in our life. And millions of things are not happening so that we can have that event in our life. So the universe is orchestrating many different ways to present a beautiful moment. A moment that is so precious. But because we are not present in the moment, because we are not trained to pay attention to what's happening around, because our mind is always occupied with opinionated mindset, or something like being judgmental about things, we always start comparing and analyzing things. Our mind is not free from those, and we don't have that accepting attitude. We don't enjoy that life in that moment, because the moment passes, that never comes back again. So every moment is very precious in our life. So if you just wakeful this moment and then try to appreciate in the present moment, you'll appreciate if there is a beautiful flower in front of you, you're just spending some time in the garden, just look at that beautiful flower. Be curious about how beautifully the color came. This pink or red or green, what exactly gave that color? So once you become a little bit curious and start taking it interest in that object that is in front of you or the subject in front of you, you will naturally become more curious to find more details about that so that you can practice mindfulness. So let me summarize what is mindfulness. You have to be present in the moment, not in the past, not in the future. You have to pay attention to everything, what's happening, in a non-judgmental way, in an accepting attitude, and with a curious mindset. Now, what is the best way, what is the most important way that we can practice mindfulness? So mindfulness can be practiced by just asking some questions. And who do you ask this question? To your own self. Because if you think about your mind, which is filled up with a lot of different thoughts, are already occupied with different things. But the mind reports to its boss, which is the intelligence. We've got these 5 layers. We have got physical body, we have energetic body, we have a mind, we have intelligence, and we have the spiritual body. So this is in hierarchy. So if you think about the mind is stuck on something, it's anxious, it's worrying about things, your left brain is working to find out the answer, and the right brain is not kicked in. So you have to ask that question, why it is happening in my life? Again, a part of the curiosity. And what can I do right now to come out of this? And many times we get engaged into a question whose answer will not be there. I call it like if you ask the question like why that person is like that. Nobody knows, because everybody is playing a different role and certain questions cannot be answered so easily. So if you have a question which goes in a loop, try to avoid those kind of questions to your mind, because it will drain you out completely. So certain questions, very simple questions you ask, what is the situation happening? Why it is happening like this, and what can I do, or how can I come out of that? So if you ask an empowering question which has got openness, like different possibilities can happen, without questioning, like a question mark, maybe you can start with something like exclamatory sign. They call it like if a question mark is there in your life, stretch it down a little bit and make it an exclamatory sign. Wow, with a curious mindset. Wow, it is happening in me. It's an experience that's happening right now. How can I make use of this? Why it is happening? What is the sign that I'm getting? And what importance that is in my life towards my goal? And everything happens for a reason, my friends. Everything happens for a cause. Not a single thing, as they say, not a leaf that shakes without the will of the universe. So there is a global consciousness, there is a universal consciousness that is happening. And when you learn how to lose your own control and then try to accept to that control, you will become more in the present moment. And the third thing that I would like to talk about today, which I've been practicing, is I always believe that life is like a game and we have to learn how to play it well. What it means is game. So GAME is an acronym which stands for great gratitude, appreciate, mindfulness, and expect. So we have to be grateful about things that's happening in our life. People are there in our life, right? We always take things for granted, but who knows how much time and how long are we going to be here? So we have to build a stronger practice of being grateful for everything that is there, right? So people write gratitude journal, whatever way that you can express your gratitude. Maybe take a 2-minute break every day in the beginning of your day or towards the end of your day. Just think about what all things you have in your life and feel grateful truly in your heart. So that's the first point, gratitude. Then you have to learn how to appreciate, because everybody is looking for a moment of appreciation. Everybody is looking for an agreement. So if you see a person or your friend or your spouse or children doing something which is worthwhile appreciation, like go to a sincere mode of appreciation and then finding out a very specific way of how to appreciate that person about that particular activity or about something that the person did. And always have an eye for appreciation. Always look for that willingness, like how can I appreciate somebody? How can I make somebody more happier around? So if you learn the art of appreciation, you can be very popular and you can bring more happiness and joy, not only in others' life, in your own personal life also. The positivity will become so much that you will always look for something like the glass is half full all the time. A way of appreciation will build in a positive attitude. And the third thing is about mindfulness. What I already talked about, practicing mindfulness every moment, being present in the moment, accepting things as they are, having that curiosity of the mind. So if you become present in the moment, you'll enjoy life more. And then you do your duty, you do everything, whatever is the right way to do. Invest in the process, do everything that is possible, and finally expect things. So when you expect things, and then that constitutes the whole game part, like gratitude, appreciate, mindfulness, and finally expect things. So if you think about this, life is like a game, and you have to apply this rule of game, well, definitely you will be able to play it well, and you will become more happy. So those are the kind of things that I wanted to share today about how to bring mindfulness into a daily life, daily mindfulness practice. So let's take a few more moments to just to meditate for 2 minutes in a silent mode, so that all these few things that we got can be assimilated into our personality. Just pay attention to what's happening. Try to feel the feet touching the ground. Try to feel your hands and the warmth of the air, or whatever the temperature that you are surrounded with. Just become aware of different people around you, different noises coming from different sources. Just become mindful and accept things as they are. Now just remember about the technique that you learned today, how to practice that cooling breath. And feel that coolness of the air as you breathe in. And feel the warmth of the air that you breathe out. And accept things as they are, without getting into any kind of judgmental attitude. Just like that. The universe is creating a situation right now which is just like that. And we have to become a little bit more curious about why it is like this, and how can I become present in the moment, become happier, become stable in my life. And what signs am I getting right now? How is it connected to my life's goal, to my life's purpose? And everything is connected. Everything is connected. Everything happens for a good reason. Only thing that we have to change our perspective to accept things. Let's take 5 more long and deep breaths. Thank you, friends. That was a small note that I would like to share about daily mindfulness practice. Hope something that you liked today, something that you learned something, and you would like to practice today, mindfulness. Namaste.